When you're starting out making reaction videos, you're gonna have to find videos to react to yourself, okay? Eventually you'll get to a point where you've built up a fan base, you've built up an audience, and they give you videos to react to. They tell you, listen, react to this, react to that. That's how it kind of works, okay? When you get to that point, sweet, you have unlimited videos to make. But prior to getting to that, you need to find videos to make. So what I would say is make sure you find a specific niche, one that hasn't been tapped into too much, and you go with that.
I think one of the biggest things about reaction videos is what you are so passionate about and what you love about something, be it a song, be it a film, whatever, to have that shared engagement with somebody else and to see that they enjoy it in the way that you do is something that you kind of live vicariously through. It's almost like, if you've seen all of a television show and you've got a friend who hasn't and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to watch it again with them because you live vicariously through their enjoyment and you kind of see the things that you enjoyed. So I think a lot of it like that started with me kind of in lockdown when I was watching things and like I'd search for certain songs that I know I love or, even just film trailers or things like that just to see if people picked up on the same things I did. So it started with that.
Most of the time it's your first time hearing it or watching it. Maybe it's a song that you haven't heard in a long time. So this is so you don't really remember it that much, but most of the time it's your first time, reacting to specifically something, a video or song, something like that.
People really enjoyed that I talked only about singing, about technique, and that was my first bigger video. That video took off and it had like 100K views in about a month, maybe a little less. So I just finally saw that YouTube can be a place of reaching people without putting too much money into it, because I always thought, people that get views are probably paying lots of money to get advertised everywhere. And finally I saw that it's not like that it can actually be like just by doing something good. And it seemed like there's an audience that's really interested in that. So I just continued doing that.
So I believe it's been a while now, but I believe my first few videos were actually gaming videos because I enjoy playing like FIFA and things like that. I recorded a FIFA video and then I kind of spoke over it like with my camera on, and I guess people kind of saw that as a reaction because I was reacting to my own gameplay.
Yeah.
So then they kind of steered me in the direction of reactions. Everything I do is because of them. Honestly, none of this was my idea. It's all them. They kind of steered me all the way in this. People always think like, how did you think of such a niche kind of, how did you find yourself in such a niche spot on YouTube? And I tell them it wasn't me.
And I feel like now I've grown a lot as far as my reactions. I feel like I am extremely like passionate. Like I genuinely enjoy like figuring out a new song or somebody messaging me a new song to check out and checking it out because I genuinely do like music. So I feel like people, the more that I enjoy making them, I feel like the audience enjoys watching them more. So it's kind of like we grow together over time.
Honestly, I think my reaction videos should be called something else, because at least that's the feedback that I get from a lot of people, is when you think of a reaction video, it's like a facial reaction, like, wow, like, just reacting to whatever it is. But mine has turned into somewhat of an analysis, and they're rather longer than the standard reaction videos that you see, because I think that a lot of the stuff that I say in my reaction videos, a lot of people can relate to, and I can give a lot of insight. And I think that's very valuable to people that are trying to understand a certain topic or get someone else's point of view on something.
And so when I was watching Alex Hepner and Vinny's Story, they were making content that I loved. They were inspiring me. They were, giving me something to look forward to every day when I had nothing to look forward to. And so what happened was, I was like, what? I could try this. I could try this reaction thing. And, maybe it won't get very big, but you know what? I'm not doing anything with my life anyway. I may as well just let's just make a couple of reactions every day and give back to the world in some way, because I'm not doing it any other way. And so it literally became a way for me to become creative. It became a way for me to create.
It's a great way for people to connect. They find, you know, if you have like music in common, it's a great way to start a conversation, because you start talking about like, hey, I went and saw this band live over here. And, you know, whatever it is, it's a great way for people to start having a conversation, which builds friendships, which builds to learning about one another and how certain things are done in certain countries. You just get to learn about each other. And from that point, you start to build empathy for people as a whole.
I think that even people that watch my reaction videos, not everyone's on the same page. There are some things that people will agree or disagree on my stuff. And I like it that way, because I don't want to be surrounded by people that agree with me, because then you never learn anything.
As I say, I started off as a selfish pursuit, but now, you know, I get requests from people from around the world to say, will you listen to this? Will you react to this? Or what do you think of this? That's what spurs me on and keeps me kind of wanting to do more. I've had artists who have contacted me and said, I've got new music coming out, will you please react to it? And like, you know, for the promotion, I'm like, of course, like, absolutely. There's people out there who, you know, they are seasoned artists and they just need that platform or just want people to listen to their music. And if I can be a small grain in their success, then I would do that, you know, any time at all. And I've done that with some YouTubers already. But I always just say, yeah, it's that community, it's that sense of it costs nothing, you know, and people are basically just asking for that platform and just to be heard sometimes. And I think that's incredible.
I think reaction videos became a trend, but not necessarily for the consumer, more for the creator, as in a lot of people jumped on the reaction video wave. In terms of what people kind of crave, I think they just crave personalities. And it doesn't matter what form they come in. They can come in reaction videos, they can come in like vlogs, they can come in any form, but as long as you're a personality that people can relate to or find funny or find entertaining or find motivational or encouraging, they're going to subscribe. So, and that will never change. People always crave personalities that, you know, they can relate to.
Yeah.
And if that comes in a reaction format, then you've got nothing to worry about.
If you stand out in some way, they will stay for you. Like there are, you know, yeah, there's probably 70% of my, you know, community who, you know, only watches the stuff that they like, you know, the genres they like, the artists they like. But there's like a 10 to 15, 20% of people that, you know, like, you know, take chances and check out different things. And they take chances because they're taking chances on me. They're not taking chances on music, they're taking chances on me. And they trust me. They trust, at least if they maybe won't like the song, they like me enough to want to spend 10 minutes with me. You know, 10 minutes out of their busy day or whatever, right? So yeah, I think that, yeah, you know, the songs, the bands are what brings people in, but it's the reactor that has people stay.
I personally find success and the key to success is just being true to yourself and not letting not letting it get to your head. Growth. I think that taking time to, you know, still remember that there's actual people. It's so easy to see, oh, okay, this video did all right, it has 3,000 views, this video did amazing, it has 10,000 views, this video did terrible, it has 200 views. Meanwhile, that's still 200 people that watch that video. And when you think about that, it's like, whoa, that's actually pretty mind-blowing. So it's like keeping that perspective of like every single view is an actual person out there. And I think that that's really important to remember, and treating every single view like a person out there will lead to a lot of success, because, you know, if you actually care, like, don't fake it. Like, if you actually care about the people, like, I try very hard to respond to as many single comments as I can.
I think honestly, I think just being humble and staying grounded is like such an important thing, because you lose yourself, you know. Because I mean, what a lot of YouTubers don't understand, and I try and emphasize this for people who are trying to start up on YouTube and that message me, is that you have, like, I've seen people who have like maybe 5k 10k subscribers and they're already, the cockiness have come out, they think they've made it big time, you know. And I'm like, just relax, you know, like,
Yeah.
because if YouTube dies today, right, only the people you built a connection with will follow you onto the next big thing.
I don't want to just do it because of the views. I don't, you know, I don't want to do it like 1 hour in that first hour and think about it later like I shouldn't have done it. I wasn't too professional, or it was just for the sake of doing it. So that's maybe my least favorite thing. Also, I think a lot of reactors are really faking it just because of the views. That's unfortunate. But I really think a lot of it has to do with just, I don't know, views, money, stuff that goes along with it.
I feel like a lot of different reactors react to content that they actually enjoy themselves, which makes it trustworthy. I'm not quite fond of, or I'm not too knowledgeable about anybody that, you know, kind of just reacts to anything. I feel like that's kind of where you may have that issue at. But I feel like, honestly, a lot of reactors are very authentic in regards to what they're reacting about and their response to it. Like, I know for myself, when I make a reaction video, it's the first time I've ever seen it or listened to that song. And if I've listened to it before or I've seen the video, I just won't react to it. So it truly is my first reaction to the content.
So my reactions, as far as what I'm saying, are all natural. As far as my demeanor, it's a little bit of acting. And I do that on purpose because a lot of people are emotional, and a lot of people only know how to communicate through emotion. So if I can say, oh wow, that was great, versus wow, that was great, it's going to get someone's attention easier. So it's a little bit of acting, and I think it's working out.
I think everybody starting out, every single reactor plays up reactions. I know I did. When I didn't have confidence in this thing yet, when I didn't believe in myself, fuck yeah, I played things up. You know what I mean? I tried to convince myself I liked things more than I did because I wanted to give people a reaction that was worth their time. Because if I kind of like something and they're watching me for 15 minutes out of their day, and I just kind of like it, and I just go, hey, that was all right, I feel like I wasted their time. So when I was starting out, if I kind of like something, I might be a bit more enthusiastic about something I did like. If I liked 10% of it, or I liked 15% of it, or 50% of it, I'd take what I liked and I'd overplay it.
I always try to be kind of, just me. A lot of people have commented saying, Adam, you all seem so calm and so chill, videos, and that's because I am just a calm, chill person. I get, sometimes people want to, I wouldn't ever say perform, but I'd say do a more exaggerated or give more than like 110% of their own personality. And I think that's just because sometimes people like that. And that's fair enough. There isn't kind of a checklist or a tick box of the way that you have to make, reaction videos, or the way that you have to act, or and I think sometimes people get really cautious as well. They think, oh my God, I'm going to come across really boring, so therefore I have to really give that boosted version of my personality so people engage with it a little bit more. And I just say each to their own. I've always just come into this being me.
It depends. If it's a negative comment about me or about the way I do things, it doesn't usually bother me. Other than the one comment that bothers me is when people say you talk too much, and that bothers me because I don't understand that. Because like, if you want to hear the song, go listen to the song. You obviously clicked on a reaction video because you want to see somebody's reaction. So that drives me insane because it makes no sense. But the only other comments that not bother me, but get to me, are the ones where like it's like talking about camera quality or audio quality. Because I like doing things excellent. So like when something that is in my control like that, where it's like, oh man, the camera and the audio don't link up, like stuff like that bothers me. And has nothing to do with their comment. It's the fact of like, oh, I messed up. You know what I mean?
You have to know that it's the internet. There's obviously going to be people that comment on your videos saying negative things. It's just going to happen. You have to learn to not let it affect you. Those people, you don't know those people. They could just be on their computer thinking they're having a good time, making fun of somebody, but it really hurts your feelings, like you have to just learn to ignore it, go for it, believe in yourself. Eventually you will find your audience. They'll find you.
I was really picking the words that I'm going to say carefully, because I didn't want to say something where people will just, butcher me in the comments. Now I feel more relaxed, and I even have some numbers to back me up, because when I was starting out, no matter, I was a singing teacher, but nobody knew me. So it was really hard to say anything and for people to really believe me. Now I feel more comfortable when I'm talking about stuff that people will actually see that I'm not, that I'm not fake.
So honestly, within like the last year, I typically don't really read my comments. When you starting off, I did, but I kind of learned not to, because well, one is actually a lot of comments, and two, it's kind of hard. Well, depending on the reactor or anybody that makes content in general, nobody is going to like everything that you do. So you just have to know that going in. That's kind of like a general life rule, that everybody should not like what you do. And I feel like when everybody likes you, then you're losing something in that. To make everybody like you, then there's something that's not being your authentic self.
I think reaction videos are an extension of customer feedback. Because if you're a musician, you're looking for that feedback from someone, to see if your music is favorable among the public. And I think that reaction videos are a good insight to how the public perceives it, especially if they hear it for the first time. What parts they like, what parts they don't like. Okay, they like this, so I'm gonna do more of that. They didn't like this, so maybe I'll not do that. It's the same thing with like when I look at my comments, I get that feedback. So when Tom McDonald sees a reaction video of mine, or any reaction videos, I think it helps him be able to produce more content based on that feedback.
Dude, this thing has opened up my life. This is what I'm talking about. This channel has opened up my life in a way that I could have never expected. It is, put me in touch with bands and artists that I've loved for years, since I was, 17 years old.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob Restituto, and this is Bullet, who wanted to say hello. Just get started. Start with whatever you have. Don't wait until you have expensive gear or cool gear or make it sound great. Just start. I started filming with my iPhone and a USB microphone. And then I've done 2,000 videos later, and now my setup is easy and professional because I started making money from it. So do not wait until you have all the right stuff to get started.
And take your time with editing, there's no rush. You'll become a professional to the point where you can literally edit in 10 minutes and you're done. And hopefully a lot of people will see it, so you gotta make sure it comes out nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you make a reaction video.